This map means the world. This map puts either NAVI or Vitality on match point, championship points, playing for the trophy, playing for $150,000. It's NAVI and Vitality heading in to map number 5. Mirko, Gideon, continue to tell the story.
Big money is on the line for whichever one of these teams is able to close it out. Initially, I thought maybe we're getting one step closer to that door, but Vitality, unfortunately, they missed and failed, allowing NAVI to now sit eye to eye. We get into this game, and Mirko, I mean, the draft of that second half, a little funky here.
Yeah, we were talking about it. The Gotham Catcher ban really looked like it was a setup for the Kalea pick. It would have been great as well, right? I mean, the CC, Bauman, those two, really. Very vulnerable to a single target lockdown, especially when you have a carry already. So they picked the Minotaur instead. I am guessing just more on pure neutral objective control.
I mean, a lot can be said about it because, like, they could have pivoted a couple of times. They could have gotten rid of this Moskov because they already had shown the Ling. So this is why I think that second half, that first half was okay, but that second half was a little strange. But now that we're already in this, notice that Ling already taking marksman emblems, fighter emblems traditionally for that Balmon. But on that bottom side, both fighter emblems, they do not want to give up this space often. And even Rianne, this is still a tough matchup despite having making sure that she has the Master Assassin.
Even the Esmeralda pick, you know, they already saw the CC picking it into the CC. Now you really see why she had to go Vitality and Festival of Blood for the emblem choices. Really just needs to survive in the lane. Chell, though, doing as Chell does so far in the series, bullying Rianne. But this time around, Rianne's got the Flying Clouds, so she can get back up to lane very quickly.
Currently, -1 in the minions as of yet. Hopefully, she's able to pick up the rest of it because Shell's going to zone her out as much as they can. Down by bot side, though, nothing much is going to happen. Fumiko definitely 100% understands that this is not a winning matchup, but also just not giving the stacks on over. Don't let Ayanami hold on to it for as long as they can.
Keishi's already on it here, and Vivian doesn't have ultimate just yet. No Minion's Fury. Mid lane already going to be cleared out by both the teams. Vitality want to go for the fight now. Cine gets spoke just a bit. They want to go all in on Keishi. Even with the knock-up as well. Keishi very low. Possibly the counter about. Cine is bringing the black shoes away. Tap is ablaze now with the Rectory Pimple. Snatches it.
Oh, they're still going to go for a little bit more here. Vivos has plenty of energy. Gets the Finch Voice out of there. I'm lucky. Not Ayanami tried their best. Really tried to hold them down with the curtain call, but the iframes just a little too good.
And it's Vitality who... Oh, I thought it was going to be a take by Rianne there. No, it's still Chell.
I thought so too, but at this point, I'm waiting for the time NAVI is actually going to be able to kind of break out of this and start attacking that purple buff. For now, Cine taking a little too much here. One more Void Blast should put her out of her misery, but Rain can't get the distance just yet. A forced recall early on.
There you go. Lethal pickup for Keishi. It's all about going in on Keishi, man. And on the Bauman, you're not that tanky. I mean, you are pretty tanky, but when everybody goes on you like that with no retaliation, it gets really tough, and that's why they gotta pick their fights a little bit better. Vidval this time really abusing that retry that has already been used by Keishi on the lethal to snatch away some picks. Now Ayanami in the bottom lane. They know there's no vengeance. Fumieko gonna dive in as well. Ayanami taken out by Fumieko.
Unable to get it, unable to get it. Really nicely played by Vitality as well. Trying to get the curtain call down onto 2 targets. Luckily able to create enough distance, separated and scattered before it latched onto anybody else. So really just nicely done by Vitality all the way through from execution to planning. Let's see NAVI though. Now this is their turn to take the initiative here. However, they're not making the call fast enough, and Vitality are already in position to actually retaliate if they do commence the dive.
They can't let this gold lead steamroll out of control. It was the same case though for NAVI earlier in game number 4. It was Vitality who looked like they were running away with the lead, but NAVI just stayed cool. It was a big lead for the Ling against the Bauman early on. But then they grouped up, they played the box, they won, and everything collapsed for Vitality.
We need to see how this is going to play out because I feel like as much as NAVI want to have first position, Vitality, if Vivian has that flicker, the counter Minoan Fury could be disastrous. But for now, as long as we see Mirai topping up Rain and they have that RWM ready, Vitality still has to be a little careful, and Vival definitely doesn't want to show up first.
Rianne picks up the gold crab, taken away from Chell. Mirai's looking for the angle now. Keishi with the help of Mirai, picking up Fumieko. Just a bit, now poke from Rain on Cine. Falling Star Moon, locking Keishi down, the RBM comes around as well as Vivian. He's gonna try to zone them in the back as Rain needs to respect this damage, has to flicker out Fumieko. With a dive tempest ablaze under. Spear of Misery locks her down for a bit. Good lethal counter and even a Tsunami Slam to get rid of Vival.
Okay. Now the War Axe is already done onto Keishi's side, and all they lost for it was just Vival, which is rather surprising.
Whoa.
Rain ended up dying anyways. There should be. Oh, it's getting close!
Minuan's Fury knocking up 2. Now another knock up on Rian with the reset, and Fumieko.
Wow!
He's dancing around, no flicker. Rian gets away. Now the whole team collapsing onto Fumieko. Keishi's right there. No lethal counter, but she's gonna spin. Fumi condiments of it all. Get the healing! Oh, the photo! It was bought right in time. No way!
That was nuts. That was a nuts outplay. That is crazy. Keeping not only Fumieko alive, but still maintaining and now commencing a dive underneath the turret. Not Ayanami. You gotta get out of there.
That was dirty. What was that timing, my guy?
She sat there waiting for it as well. I bet her finger was hovering over the item the entire time.
Bro, that was just so unlucky.
Hey, you don't get to see that very often. Only here in MWI do these moments actually occur.
And it's crazy how much trust Fumieko put on the fact that Vivian could heal.
Or maybe just she was just ready to die for it. She was
Maybe.
like, okay,
Maybe.
yeah, EXP things, you know?
Oh my God.
That was nasty. I still can't get the image out of my mind. Is so much faith, or was it just blind faith? Either ways, it worked out perfectly for Vitality because now they've checked all the boxes. 3.7k lead at 6 minutes against Navi, and they have full neutral objective controls.
And Mirai needs to just respect this damage. Look at that poke from Fumieko, then Cine right after. Turret down below, gonna fall for sure. Ayanami caught in the bad spot, doesn't have the dash for now. Minus Fury and the flicker in. Whole team comes clashing. Vivian taking a big shot. Vival already made a Spear of Misery, now goes down with a Tempest Ablaze, assassinates Rian. The falling Star Moon as Vival takes a few more shots. Fumieko now caught in the Tsunami Slam with a Purify! And the double on their turret!
This is the comfort. This is the Vitality comfort. If we're talking about a lead and running away with it, this is their moment that Vitality has been waiting for from what has been seemingly cursed. They give up one game, but now they've given up 2. Vitality, they are looking for revenge. They want to close this out quick.
Chal clearing out that tier 2. Vival respecting the Moskov, going back at it, learning from the mistakes of game number 4. Not really wanting to replicate that. Now they go on to the XP crab. It's all about building these small leads again.
All these small leads eventually build up, and to be specific, it's about a 5.8k lead, which is honestly pretty good. A lot of their cores are one full component ahead of their opponents. Not a full item, a full component. And that makes the difference here for the stats. Overall, when we are...
What?
Oh my God.
What?
That... What? Zipper, you know what to do. Whip up the replay on that one.
Oh God,
but first,
baby.
the fight.
Was that a flicker? It was a flicker, burnt out already. Vivian on the Minotaur. Now we know why they went for the Minotaur instead of the Kalea.
I'm rather surprised that they got away with it. Wait, hold
Same.
on. There's still an opportunity here. We'll get the replay in just a little bit, but that's really unfortunate. I wouldn't have imagined the Kalea would have gone down as quickly as they did.
Exactly, that's why I'm like wondering. That was just Chell alone, right? There was no one else.
Yeah. So I guess just didn't notice it until it was too late, maybe, or maybe Chell's already at 3 items at this point. I mean, it's a 7.3k at 27, and no, not even 3. Not even 3 items. It's just Radiant Armor just isn't enough.
Equipment already. Into the bottom lane they go to take this turret down. Chell gonna caught with SOD. Fumieko doing a good job zoning right now as they get caught with the RBM, and the Black Juice comes around for Cine, and Vivian's right there to provide heals over to the rest of the girls. Tier 2 falling in the bottom lane. Now just one more tier 2. Oh, they actually keep it alive. Minions was cleared out.
Okay, that's still fine because that means Navi has to commit somebody here to actually deal with the wave if they really want to save it. And in that case, Vitality has time to kind of do other things. And in this case, for Ling, it's going up to that top side for Vitality. Oh, we just saw the Retribution come out. Okay, not bad. That means purple buff should be pretty free for Vival later on once she pushes this wave.
There you go. Wave bot dealt with as well by Ayanami. Seems like Vitality really wanted to take that orange buff, and that's why they didn't want to go for just that one hit on the turret. Vival, though, does she know the retry is off?
I think they saw it for sure. It would be really cruel if the rest of Vitality didn't tell Vival that the red tree is down. Oh my god.
Oh, with a flicker as well. Now the follow-up. Boom, Tempest ablaze. And all the blaze for Vival. Holy shield gets around, and it's a Finch poise.
You can't tell me that wasn't beautifully done. You can't tell me that wasn't beautifully executed, knowing that even if she took and lost 90% of her HP, once that holy shielding breaks, they go out. RWM's already in. Falling Star move for me echo, but this shouldn't net to anything.
Just gonna walk out of there. Real quick on the Esmeralda. Walking out of it. NAVI still have good clear. We have to talk about that, right? It's Yves and a Moskov. But that's a 10,000 gold lead in 10 minutes.
That's the GG angle we always talk about. They are getting, oh yeah, thank you. Thanks, Zipper. A crazy gold difference like this is really hard to come back from. It's a full item, not just a component anymore. If you are already struggling with dealing with a component, full items are just ridiculous to deal with overall. Look at how fat that lead is for Vival.
3,000 gold lead. I believe that's a BOD. If they want to play it normal, it's a Melfic Roar. But with a 10,000 gold lead, I'd lean more into a BOD.
I mean, might as well at this point, right? They just don't have the items for it, and I don't think anybody has dedicated armor items as well.
Dude, it's 11,000. Vitality don't want to just beat NAVI in this game. They want to beat the clock. RWM on the Cindy. Black Shoe's going to be used up again. Minus Fury knocking up too. Okay, she's going to be very low. Again, a Tsunami's time to peel in the back line. But Echo's going to be locked down under turret. Shut down as well. Yes, Odie Michel stays on to the Crystal 11 minutes. And they take match point.
Crazy. Crazy stuff, and Vitality have one thing to say. They get to cheer even louder for Team Vitality taking their third map win. With that being said, though, it's match point, baby. This is all.